And now, Capsim News, presented by Erie Company.
Good evening, Bowling Green, and welcome to Capsim News.
My job.
Oh, relax. Capsim reporting's easy.
Rolling.
Hello, Bowling Green.
Best city in the world. Fact.
Proven by science.
Well, Erie Company's done an excellent job forecasting sales.
Why, yes. Highball forecasting.
No, that's wrong.
Well, I believe it is you that is wrong.
Well, then let's take it to the anchor lady, Lauren Cole, for the actual results.
Thank you, Caleb, for that awesome introduction. This is the anchor lady, Lauren Cole, to give you a brief summary of round 7. So I'll start out by saying that we lowballed the forecasting this entire time, and that led to high scores in forecasting. We've been consistently one of the top groups for that. That's led to high productivity, customer satisfaction, smiles, and high profits. We are also consistently high in our total points in consideration of the rest of the group. And back to you guys.
Well, it looks like I was right about the lowball forecasting.
Yes, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes.
Well, in other news, Erie's been very concerned with leverage scores.
I love leverage.
Well, do you actually love leverage, or are you just looking at things and saying you love them?
I love leverage.
Right. Well, Erie didn't do so well in leverage, which is assets over equity, so maybe they should take some notes and issue some dividends.
What's going on in this place?
And now it's time for the market breakdown with Caleb Grothaus.
In the beginning, our main competitor was Digby. They eventually slid off. As you can see, they dropped the price of their product days from 31 to 20, Dice from 40 to 25, Dixie from 40 to 35, and Dragon from 40 to 35. In the beginning, we thought these were great products, because as you can see, look at the name, Dragon. We thought that would sell. Also, their problem was they let their products get too old, and in turn, you're staring at the champions, Erie. Wham!
At this point in our broadcast, our main story is we have a special interview with the CEO of the company Erie. How you doing, Mr.
Yeah,
CEO?
how you doing, peasants? All right, now let me stop you right there. I don't care what questions you have because I have all the answers. First rule of success. See this booklet? Foundation, Capsim? Pitch it. You don't need it. You don't want it. What is that pungent aroma that I smell coming off of you?
Oh, well, that's just a rare cologne. It's from the Ziegler collection. It's actually from Students' Tears.
I'm not
Beautiful
going to
aroma.
lie. It smells like pure gasoline.
I mean, if you want name in the class, put this cologne on. 60% of the time, works every time. Okay, well, businessman as stature of yourself, I just wanted to ask you about your TQM investment.
TQM, let me stop you right there, buddy. I got a couple things to say about TQM. First off, it's awesome. You're going to want to throw as much money in there as possible in the early rounds. You're going to want to do the max and then slowly back off towards the later rounds. Because what that's going to do, it's going to make your employees awesome. It's going to cut down on the material, labor, and administrative expenses, which leaves more money in your pocket, which a CEO like me always wants, unlike you peasants. However, when later rounds, when your employees start to get a little lazy, you got to cut back on those TQM costs and start separating them and replacing them with robots.
Good business strategy here. So, another point of emphasis I wanted to make was there's a shady character I've heard about. I think his name's Big Al.
Al. Now, let me tell you about Big Al. This guy, he is the shadiest guy you can possibly ask for. If you're a little low on cash, he's going to come up to you, and he's going to want to write you a huge check. Don't do it. Avoid that guy at all costs. Because what he's going to do, he's going to give you that interest, and then he's going to charge a 7.5% interest rate penalty on top of that, which really affects you in the later round. There he is, right there. Dude, get out. Big Al, you're done. Get. I'm not joking around. Get. You ruined every company. You killed Chester, you blew up Digby, and now every company in my industry is suffering because of you. Get out. Leave.
Alright, and the last thing I want to talk to you about, Mr. CEO, how'd you score yourself? How'd you set up your success measures?
Oh, well, success. Let me tell you a thing about success. I inherited this company from my grandpa Ziegler about 8 years ago. From the very get-go, I knew I wanted to do something different. So our total goal was to capture the market share, keep the customers happy, and make them loyal. That's exactly what we did. For 8 rounds, we continued this streak, and we ended up the champs, number 1, Erie. Now, our major success measure, of course, was market share. That's what we wanted to focus on. But after that, we focused on profits. That was our 15%er. Everything else after that, our return on sales, return on assets, it's all 10%, because we didn't want to worry too much about that. Not saying they're not important, because they are for a successful business, but market share was our big goal in the end.
And now, the viral video of the week.
What an interesting little squirrel.
Yeah, you got that right. Well, that's all we have for tonight.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
About time for one of these.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy, Bowling Green.
Thanks for stopping by.
More importantly, stay classy.